Hey everyone, today we're on a mission to find the absolute top 10 best states for raising a family in 2024. Because let's face it, choosing where to put down roots and raise your kids is a big decision. We're talking about the places that feel like home from the moment you arrive, where neighbors become lifelong friends and where kids can thrive. So, to create our list, we're diving deep into the data, looking at everything from safety and education to community vibes and that all-important factor, affordability. Get ready to explore some amazing places, because we're about to reveal the top 10 states that check all the boxes for families in 2024. Let's get started. Coming in at number 1 on our list is the incredible state of Massachusetts. And let me tell you, Massachusetts isn't just about historical landmarks and clam chowder. It's about creating a bright future for families. First off, let's talk education. Massachusetts consistently ranks at the top for its exceptional school systems. We're talking top-notch public schools, renowned universities, the whole package. But a great education is just one piece of the puzzle, right? Safety is paramount, and Massachusetts understands that. With its low crime rates and family-friendly neighborhoods, you can feel that sense of security knowing your loved ones are in good hands. And here's the best part, Massachusetts gets it when it comes to affordability. They know that raising a family shouldn't break the bank. They've got a range of housing options that cater to different budgets, making it a place where families can actually, afford to live. But it's not just about numbers and statistics, is it? It's about that feeling you get when you're part of a community. So congratulations, Massachusetts, for taking the top spot. You've truly set the bar high for family-friendly living. Coming in hot at number 2 is a state that often flies under the radar, but trust me, it deserves all the praise: North Dakota. Now you might be thinking, North Dakota? Really? But hear me out, folks, because this hidden gem is a gold mine for families looking for that perfect blend of strong values, affordability, and a whole lot of heart. You see, North Dakota is all about that close-knit community vibe. Think neighbors helping neighbors, block parties that turn into impromptu potlucks, and kids riding bikes freely down the street. It's the kind of place where everyone knows your name, and you can always count on a friendly face. And speaking of friendly faces, did I mention the schools? North Dakota takes education seriously, folks. From their dedicated teachers to their top-notch facilities, they're committed to giving every child the best possible start in life. But it's not just about academics. North Dakota understands that well-rounded individuals need well-rounded experiences. So, there you have it. North Dakota, a state that proves you don't need big city lights to raise a happy, healthy family. Sliding into third place, it's the land of 10,000 lakes, Minnesota. And let me tell you, this state has a whole lot more than just beautiful lakes. It's got a heart as big as its sprawling wilderness. First and foremost, Minnesota is all about that quality of life. Think crisp, clean air, stunning natural beauty, and a pace of life that allows you to actually breathe and enjoy those precious moments with your family. Now let's talk education. Minnesota's got a reputation for its top-notch schools, from its highly ranked public schools to its prestigious universities. They believe in investing in the future, and that starts with giving every child access to a quality education. But it's not just about hitting the books. Minnesota understands the importance of well-rounded individuals. That's why they've got a thriving arts and culture scene, from world-class museums to local theater productions that'll leave you wanting more. So there you have it, Minnesota, a state that's more than just a pretty face. Chapter 4, Nebraska, where the corn is high and the cost of living is low. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're heading to the heartland for number 4, Nebraska. Now, Nebraska might not be the first state that comes to mind when you think family paradise, but trust me, this often overlooked gem deserves a standing ovation. First things first, Nebraska is all about that good old-fashioned hospitality. We're talking friendly faces, warm smiles, and a genuine sense of community that's hard to find these days. And speaking of community, Nebraska's got it in spades. Think charming small towns where everyone knows your name, potlucks that could feed an army, and neighbors who are always willing to lend a helping hand. It's the kind of place where kids can run free and parents can actually relax. But don't let that small-town charm fool you. Nebraska's got big city amenities without the big city price tag. We're talking top-notch healthcare, excellent schools, and a cost of living that won't break the bank. And speaking of schools, Nebraska takes education seriously, folks. They're committed to giving every child access to a quality education, from their highly rated public schools to their prestigious universities. So there you have it. Nebraska, a state that proves you don't need fancy frills to live a happy, fulfilling life. Chapter 5, New York, the city that never sleeps. Except when the kids are asleep. Coming in at number 5 is the city that never sleeps. Except maybe during nap time. New York. Now I know what you're thinking. New York City? With kids? Are you sure? And the answer is a resounding yes. Because here's the thing about New York City. It's a city of contrasts, a place where towering skyscrapers cast shadows on sprawling parks, where world-class museums stand shoulder to shoulder with cozy cafes, and where a melting pot of cultures creates a vibrant tapestry of life. And in the heart of this urban jungle lies a surprising truth. New York City is a fantastic place to raise a family. Sure, it might not have the sprawling lawns and white picket fences of the suburbs, but it offers something even better, a childhood filled with endless possibilities. So, there you have it. New York City, a place that proves you can have it all, a thriving career, a vibrant social life, and a family-friendly environment, all within the confines of one incredible city. Chapter 6, Maine, the way life should be, especially for families. Coming in at number 6, it's the state that embodies the phrase, the way life should be, Maine. Now, Maine might be known for its lobster rolls and rocky coastline, but it's also a haven for families looking for a slower pace of life, breathtaking natural beauty, and a strong sense of community. Imagine this: waking up to the sound of waves crashing against the shore, spending your days exploring tide pools and hiking through lush forests, and ending your evenings with a lobster bake under the stars. Sounds pretty idyllic, right? Well, that's everyday life in Maine, a state where nature takes center stage and family time is a priority. But Maine is more than just a pretty face. It's also got a lot to offer families looking for a strong sense of community and a top-notch education system. From its charming coastal towns to its bustling cities, Maine is a state where neighbors become lifelong friends and kids can thrive. Speaking of kids, Maine takes education seriously, folks. They're committed to providing every child with a quality education, from their highly ranked public schools to their prestigious universities. And let's not forget about the food. Maine is a foodie's paradise, with everything from fresh-off-the-boat seafood to farm-to-table cuisine that'll tantalize your taste buds. So, there you have it. Maine, a state that proves you don't need to choose between a fulfilling career, a vibrant social life, and a family-friendly environment. Chapter 7, New Hampshire, small state, big heart, even bigger family fun. And at number 7, we're heading back to the Northeast to explore the charming state of New Hampshire. Now, New Hampshire might be small in size, but trust me, it's big on heart, especially when it comes to families. First and foremost, New Hampshire is all about that quintessential New England charm. Think picturesque villages with white-steepled churches, covered bridges that look like they're straight out of a storybook, and vibrant fall foliage that'll take your breath away. It's the kind of place that makes you want to slow down, savor the moment, and reconnect with what really matters: family. And speaking of family, New Hampshire is a place where community thrives. Think neighbors helping neighbors, kids playing freely in the streets, and a strong sense of togetherness that's hard to find these days. But New Hampshire is more than just a pretty face. It's also got a lot to offer families looking for a top-notch education system. From its highly ranked public schools to its prestigious universities, New Hampshire is committed to providing every child with a quality education. And when it comes to outdoor recreation, New Hampshire is an absolute paradise. So, there you have it, New Hampshire. A state that proves you don't need to choose between a fulfilling career, a vibrant social life, and a family-friendly environment. Chapter 8, South Dakota. Big adventures, big skies, big love for families. Coming in at number 8, it's a state that's big on adventure, big on beauty, and even bigger on family values: South Dakota. Now, South Dakota might not be the first state that comes to mind when you think family vacation, but trust me, this hidden gem is a treasure trove of family fun waiting to be discovered. First and foremost, South Dakota is all about that wide open space. We're talking rolling prairies that stretch as far as the eye can see, towering mountains that pierce the clouds, and a sense of freedom that's hard to find these days. It's the kind of place where you can breathe deep, let your worries melt away, and just be present with your loved ones. And speaking of loved ones, South Dakota is a state where family comes first. Think strong family values, close-knit communities, and a slower pace of life that allows you to actually savor those precious moments with your kids. But South Dakota is more than just a pretty face. It's also got a lot to offer families looking for a top-notch education system. From its highly ranked public schools to its prestigious universities, South Dakota is committed to providing every child with a quality education. And when it comes to outdoor recreation, South Dakota is an absolute paradise. So there you have it, South Dakota, a state that proves you don't need to choose between a fulfilling career, a vibrant social life, and a family-friendly environment. Chapter 9. Rhode Island, small state, big surprises for families. Sneaking in at number 9 is a state that's small in size but big on surprises: Rhode Island. Now, Rhode Island might be the smallest state in the Union, but trust me, it packs a powerful punch when it comes to family-friendly living. First and foremost, Rhode Island is all about that oceanfront charm. We're talking miles of pristine coastline, charming seaside towns, and a laid-back vibe that's impossible to resist. It's the kind of place where you can spend your days building sandcastles on the beach, exploring tide pools, and indulging in fresh-off-the-boat seafood. But Rhode Island is more than just a beach bum's paradise. It's also got a rich history, a thriving arts and culture scene, and a surprisingly affordable cost of living. From its colonial-era cities to its charming small towns, Rhode Island is a state that's full of surprises. And speaking of surprises, Rhode Island's education system is a hidden gem. From its highly ranked public schools to its prestigious universities, Rhode Island is committed to providing every child with a quality education. And when it comes to family fun, Rhode Island doesn't disappoint. So, there you have it, Rhode Island. A state that proves you don't need to choose between a fulfilling career, a vibrant social life, and a family-friendly environment. Chapter 10, Vermont, where green mountains meet green living for families. And rounding out our top 10 list is a state that's synonymous with natural beauty, outdoor adventure, and a commitment to community, Vermont. Now Vermont might be known for its maple syrup and stunning fall foliage, but it's also a haven for families looking for a slower pace of life, a strong sense of community, and a top-notch education system. First and foremost, Vermont is all about that breathtaking scenery. We're talking rolling green mountains, pristine lakes, and charming villages that look like they're straight out of a postcard. It's the kind of place where you can breathe deep, reconnect with nature, and create lasting memories with your loved ones. And speaking of loved ones, Vermont is a state where family comes first. Think strong family values, close-knit communities, and a slower pace of life that allows you to actually savor those precious moments with your kids. But Vermont is more than just a pretty face. It's also got a lot to offer families looking for a top-notch education system. From its highly ranked public schools to its prestigious universities, Vermont is committed to providing every child with a quality education, and when it comes to outdoor recreation, Vermont is an absolute paradise. So there you have it. Vermont, a state that proves you don't need to choose between a fulfilling career, a vibrant social life, and a family-friendly environment. And there you have it, folks. Our top 10 picks for the best states to raise a family in 2024. From the bustling streets of New York City to the serene landscapes of North Dakota, each of these states offers something special for families looking for a place to call home. Remember, choosing the right place to raise your family is a personal decision. What matters most is finding a place that aligns with your family's values, priorities, and dreams. So, whether you're drawn to the mountains, the coast, or somewhere in between, we hope this list has inspired you to explore all the amazing possibilities that await